All right, take two. What is up, everybody? My mic, sorry. Welcome to the Wrestling All Day Podcast, SummerSlam predictions and, preview stream. So, we got a big night of action coming your way here tonight for WWE SummerSlam. And, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what happened last night on Friday Night SmackDown. New WWE Tag Team Champions when the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, my fucking guy, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga became the new WWE Tag Team Champions, defeating DIY after just 28 days of winning the Tag Team Championships in Toronto. Now, I'm not happy that my boys did dirty like that, but I am happy because my boy Jacob Fatu is a champion. So the road to SummerSlam has been it's a pretty tumultuous one, actually. When you stop to think about it, everything that's been kind of playing in the last number of weeks, Money in the Bank was kind of like a secondary. Money in the Bank didn't feel like Money in the Bank this year. The last couple of years, it's been this big, they're in an open stadium. It's a big thing. This year, it didn't feel like that. This year's Money in the Bank kind of just felt like the next, and it always is, you know what I mean? They're always going to build rivalries from the last pay-per-view up until the next one. But the whole premise of Money in the Bank just seemed secondary this year after what happened with Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, all that stuff happened. And, now we have what we have tonight with a 3-hour kickoff show. I can't wait for 3 hours of just talking and 3 hours of just promos. I can't wait for that. But let's get started. I hope you guys are just excited as I am for SummerSlam. Again, not too excited about the 3-hour kickoff show. Really don't want to sit there and listen to promos and talking and breaking down the card, because that's what we're doing right now. That's what you and I, you look at this. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. What do you see? You don't see the cult of personality. You see Maddie SmackDown looking directly at you. I'm looking right at you, whoever's watching this. So, are you ready? No! I said I'm not going to do that. That's Triple H's gimmick. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get hit with a cease and desist anytime soon. So, our first match here, let's pull it up here. First match of the night that we are going to cover. Yeah, let me talk to you. L.A. Knight, yeah, versus Logan Paul. No. So, our first match of the night that we're going to preview is L.A. Knight versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul, in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, is going to defend the WWE United States Championship against L.A. Knight. Yeah, a man who I believe should have won the Money in the Bank last year. A man who I believe should have already been a champion. And the fact that Logan Paul, a YouTuber, is champion and L.A. Knight is not, kind of disgusting. But with that in mind, my prediction for this one, obviously, my prediction is L.A. Knight. Now, last night on SmackDown, my buddy brought this up. Last night on SmackDown, L.A. Knight and Logan Paul had their little incident where L.A. Knight drove off with the truck. So I'm assuming L.A. Knight's going to make a big entrance tonight with Logan Paul's truck, and not Logan Paul making entrance with the truck. So, also, last night in the main event, we kind of touched on it already. The hometown boy, Johnny Gargano, lost the WWE Tag Team Championships to the Bloodline. Now, I know WWE likes to make their hometown heroes lose, but I don't think – are they going to do it twice in a row? Johnny Gargano losing and Logan Paul losing? That's the real question I got here. The real question is Logan Paul actually going to lose the WWE United States Championship tonight in Cleveland, in his hometown, just not even 24 hours after Johnny Gargano lost his Tag Team Championship in Cleveland, his hometown? Again, my prediction, of course, L.A. Knight. Yeah, that's my prediction. But let me hear yours. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear what you think is going to happen tonight at SummerSlam. Logan Paul, L.A. Knight. They've been going at it for a while now. L.A. Knight pinned Logan Paul to qualify for Money in the Bank. And then after that, L.A. Knight showed up at Logan Paul's house. Logan Paul's knocked L.A. Knight out multiple times. with that loaded right hand. I believe he's got he had surgery or something, got like a titanium something in his hand, something like that. But yeah, this has been, I've been excited for this one. These guys have been going at it the last number of weeks. What is up, my boy Michael Churro? So real quick, while we are here, you too, my friends, can be like Michael Churro and get yourself one of these bad boys right here. I have the other ones over there. I don't feel like going to grab them. But you can be just like Michael Churro. You can get yourself the official Wrestling All Day Podcast hat. And Michael says, LA Knight, new U.S. champ. Let's do it. LA Knight, U.S. champ. Yeah. So Michael's a firm believer, just like I am, that LA Knight is going to win the WWE United States Championship. And again, I asked this question, are WWE going to do it? 2 nights in a row, having a hometown boy lose. And I know Logan Paul is a heel. I know Logan Paul also kind of got booed last night in his hometown. So that's probably not, something he was, maybe it was something expected. Logan Paul is kind of a piece of garbage. But, yeah, I firmly believe that tonight we are looking at a new United States champion with everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. So, check this out. See, this is what makes it all. This is what makes it, man. This is what makes the Wrestling All Day Podcast fun. Michael Churro says, "I got mine. We'll be rocking one of those tonight while SummerSlam is on." Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Make sure you take pictures. Post them up on social media. Let your friends know they can get one of these, or they can get the trucker style cap. I know you got both of them. So make sure you post up some pictures on social media. And if you want to get your hands on a Wrestling All Day Podcast hat, you can go over to our new eBay store, the Signature Spotlight Shop on eBay, and order yours now. So Michael says Triple H pulls the switch finally on LA Knight. Listen, Triple H said at the Money in the Bank press conference last year in July, good things come to those who wait. Hunter, my brother, we've been waiting. We've been struggling. You put LA Knight in that Battle Royal at SummerSlam last year. He won it. Great. You gave him the WWE Championship match against Roman Reigns. Great. Brother, we're waiting. We're waiting for our moment. We're waiting for our boy to win the championship. We're waiting for LA Knight to finally have a title. It is a travesty that it has been this long and he has not had a championship yet. An absolute travesty. Triple H, pull the trigger. Please, I'm begging you, pull the trigger. Because you got to strike while the iron's hot, and that iron is slowly cooling down. It is slowly cooling down. LA Knight is so over right now. Michael, I agree. LA Knight's been over. Michael, you understand. The people watching understand. Just somebody backstage there doesn't. The people want LA Knight. Yeah. Hopefully tonight we get it. Creative can't push this back any further. Missing the mark on no title on LA Knight. Yeah, for real. So what happens to LA Knight if he loses tonight? Does he go to Raw and challenge for the Intercontinental Championship? Because, I mean, either Sami Zayn, we'll get to that. Sami Zayn or Braun Breaker is going to leave with that tonight. We'll get to that. If Logan Paul wins this match tonight, where does Logan Paul go? And where does the United States Championship go? Because LA Knight, at this point, if LA Knight loses tonight, he might as well just go. Might as well go to TNA. Might as well go to AEW. Just might as well go do something because it ain't working. He's one of the top merch sellers, gets one of the loudest reactions week in and week out, and gets nothing. Gets nothing in return. So, again, my prediction and everybody else's prediction here, yeah, new United States champion, L.A. Knight. Yeah. So let's go on here to the next match I have on my list. Let's get this done and over with. I couldn't find a good graphic, so you're gonna kind of have to deal with my hands here. I couldn't find a good graphic for it, which is gonna sum up this match perfectly, if you ask me. Because the only thing I'm predicting for this match is this is going to be my beer and piss break. Because I have zero interest in Bayley. I have zero interest in Nia Jax. I have zero interest in that women's championship, and I have zero interest in this match. But if I do have to make a prediction on who's going to win, I mean, obviously the obvious choice is going to be Nia Jax. Bayley won the championship at WrestleMania. It's been kind of as a champion, really hasn't done anything. With the title. Nia Jax winning the Queen of the Ring. Possible cash in from Tiffy? No. She just got that briefcase last night, that brand new briefcase. She's not cashing that thing anytime soon. If anything, I can see her cashing it in closer to WrestleMania, if not at WrestleMania, But she just got that new briefcase, and they literally put it up on Shop already. She's not losing that thing anytime soon. She's not catching that thing anytime soon. So my prediction for this one is going to be Nia Jax, and look at the detail on my face, how uninterested I am in this match. The only thing I'm going to be interested in this match is, again, my beer, taking a piss, getting some food, and Tiffy time, because she's going to be at ringside. But I don't think she's cashing in. Like I said, she just got that brand new briefcase. I wish I had a picture of it. I should have put a picture of it up. I don't think that she's going to win or she's going to cash in tonight after just getting a new custom. When was the last time we seen somebody with a custom briefcase? Brock had the Brock Party briefcase, which I thought was kind of fucking stupid. Like, he had the boom box on it because he kept coming out with it like it was a boom box. I thought that was I guess it was all right for the time. 2019 WWE was a lawless wasteland after WrestleMania. Everything went. So I guess that's okay. But when was the last time we seen somebody with an actual custom briefcase not named Brock Lesnar? Before that, did Corbin have one? Because Corbin had that ugly ass blue one. And then the first person to hold the green one was Braun Strowman, I think. I think he might have had a sticker slapped on it that said Monster in the Bank. I don't remember. But Brock didn't hold that briefcase very long. Brock won it in July at May or June, something like that, and then he cashed it in at Extreme Rules in Philly. So he didn't hold the briefcase long, but I definitely don't think Tiffy's cashing in just yet. I think that they never released the Brock, the Brock Party briefcase on WWE Shop, at least not to my recollection. So I think they're going all in on Tiffany, and they want to see, where she's going to be at with merch sales and crowd reaction, because she's been getting great reactions. She's been getting fantastic reactions. Elimination Chamber, she got a great reaction. When she won the briefcase, she got a great reaction. So I think they're going to slow build Tiffany cashing in. I think it's way too early, way too soon to strike on Tiffany. The iron's not hot yet. It's not hot yet. It's getting there. It is getting there, but it's not hot yet. I see Damian Priest. We are starting to see the seeds of Damian turning face. We'll get to that. Trust me, we will get to that. Because the next match I want to talk about is your World Heavyweight Championship match. Oh, by the way, I think I said it. My prediction for that match was Nia Jax. So, yeah, do with that as you will. But the next match I want to talk about here is this match. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther, Damian Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion. He won the Money in the Bank last year, cashed in at WrestleMania to become the new World Heavyweight Champion, and has done absolutely fucking nothing with the briefcase, nothing with the title. It was boring. It became so boring with Damian Priest. And, here's my thing. I said this yesterday on my SummerSlam simulation stream. Damian Priest is secondary. He's the world champion. He's the face of Monday Night Raw. His story is secondary to Rhea and Liv and Dom. And that's not a good thing. When you're the top guy on the show and you're not the top rivalry on your show, what does that tell you? My poster just fell off my wall and it scared the fucking shit out of me. I thought somebody was in my house. But honestly, they've been doing the whole Damian Priest and Rhea thing turning face, which is fine. But at the same time, I don't want to see Damian Priest as a champion anymore, because it only took up until last Monday for Damian Priest to develop a personality. Because the whole problem with Damian Priest is great. Damian Priest is a tremendous. He's better than I'll ever be. You know what I mean? Like, I like Damian Priest. The bro trained at the Monster Factory. Like, Damian Priest trained at the Monster Factory, which is literally 45 minutes from here in New Jersey. Like, I think what Damian Priest has done as a world champion is boring. Like, I can't tell you the time I was excited to see a Damian Priest match when he was Mr. Money in the Bank. And I damn sure can't tell you a match that I'm excited to see other than this one with Gunther, because I think Damian Priest is going to lose. And honestly, I hope Damian Priest loses, because here's my thing. Gunther just came off 666 days. What a great number, by the way. 666 days as the WWE Intercontinental Champion. 666 days. Longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Lost to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Went on a warpath. Won King of the Ring. And I think he's only wrestled like one match, two matches since, if that. So here's my thing. Gunther only lost one match in 2022. He only lost one match in 2023, and that was by countout. And he only lost one match in 2024. So does Gunther lose again here tonight? Does Gunther lose the champion or lose the opportunity for the championship? Does Damian Priest keep that? Because again, where does Damian Priest go from here? There's no real big heels on Raw that could challenge Damian Priest if he decides to turn face, which he's already doing. He was yeeting last night with the crowd, yeeting all over Cleveland, as Pat McAfee calls it. Telling the other members he doesn't need it. He's defended the championship more times than Logan Paul has defended the U.S. championship. Again, like, he's boring. Like, he faced Jey Uso at Backlash in France. Didn't care. He's defended it against Seth Rollins, and you've seen how that fucking finish went. That was a complete mess. Getting caught in the ropes, not kicking out. And I get he had a stinger, a little bit of an issue, but he didn't kick out. And it's just been, that's the whole, like, that sums up Damian Priest and his World Heavyweight Championship run. Very lackluster, uncoordinated. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Damian Priest. And I said it when he cashed in at WrestleMania. I'm not a fan of Damian Priest being the face of Monday Night Raw because he's boring. And again, when you're the face of the show and you're the second top rivalry, there's a problem. And we'll get to the other brand and their top rivalry, of course. That is going to be our main event. His promos need work. They need to work on his character or turn him face. Damian Priest is always, especially when he's in NXT, cut really bad promos. And only took him up until last week to really find a personality. Because honestly, Damian Priest has been kind of boring. Like, every week it's all rise for the Judgment Day. And, you know, the Judgment Day runs Raw. Or walking in on Dom or walking in on Finn doing something scandalous with Liv Morgan. Like, it's just repetitive every week. And there's nothing there. There's nothing there for Damian Priest. I'm more interested in Finn Balor and JD being the tag team champions than I am Damian Priest being the world champion. Honestly, I can see if Damian Priest retains tonight, I can see Finn Balor challenging next, which better lead to Finn Balor winning the world championship. If they fucking have Gunther lose tonight to Damian Priest, and Damian Priest's next challenger is Finn Balor, Finn better win that fucking championship. The Judgment Day is losing steam now. I mean, they lost Rhea. She got hurt. Damian won the championship. It's like, so that they hit their peak. They've hit their peak of where they need to be. Like, nobody wanted to see them as tag team champions again. Nobody gave a fuck. But again, the Raw tag team division is the Judgment Day and the Awesome Truth. I guess you got the Wyatt Six, but they're doing their own thing, which again leads me to my point about the pre-show. The pre-show tonight is 3 hours long. 3 hours long, and it's not one match on that pre-show. It's all promos. It's all talking. It's all bullshit. I don't care about. The pre-show starts at 4. The show starts at 7. That's 3 hours of them just talking and doing promos. So, like, I'm not really excited for that kickoff show. But, like, they could have put a couple matches on there. Like, put Alpha Academy versus fucking somebody. Tozawa and Otis versus somebody, or give me like they're doing the women's tag team championship match. That could have been a pre-show match because obviously that match kind of sucked last night. And Blair Davenport tripping all over the place, tripping over Jade Cargill, tripping over her own feet, tripping over her own ass. It did nothing for me. Blair Davenport joins the Unholy Trinity or whatever the fuck they're going to be called now. And it's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I think, oh, hold on. All these notifications coming in. Calm down, people. That could have been a pre-show match. So I mean, if you're excited for the pre-show, then by all means, let me know. Let me know why I should be excited for the pre-show because I want to hear from you guys. Michael says, I'll be in Oaks, PA 1 month from today for a convention at the Philly Expo Center. I'll probably be at work because they don't let me have off for nothing. They don't let me have off for nothing. Who was on the pre-show? I've been at work. Honestly, I don't think there's any matches on the pre-show at all. I'm pretty sure it's just the talking and like match promos like that they're going to show during the actual pay-per-view. But the SummerSlam kickoff or countdown to SummerSlam, whatever it's called, is 3 hours long. And I'm pretty sure there ain't a single damn match on that pre-show. And I know a lot of people were complaining when wrestlers were relegated to the pre-show, but the pre-show should be for people who need the TV time, people who need to be like seen more. I'm not saying put fucking Cody and Solo on the pre-show. You know, I'm not saying put Bayley and Nia Jax on the pre-show, but put a couple lower card guys on the pre-show. Put the Speed Championship on the line. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. A 3-hour pre-show is not needed unless there is one. Exactly my point. Why the hell is the SummerSlam kickoff 3 hours long? I guess they're going to be doing sit-down interviews with Punk, sit-down interviews with Gunther, sit-down interviews with Damian Priest. At least from my understanding, that's what Michael Cole, I'm pretty sure, like alluded to last night during the kickoff outside the stadium in Cleveland. But 3 hours and not a single match. That one strand of hair is pissing me off. 3 hours and not one single match on the kickoff show. That don't work for me, brother. But let's get back into it. My prediction for this match here is going to be Daringarao and new world champion Gunther. So we've covered LA Knight and LA Knight and Logan Paul, Bayley and Nia Jax, Damian Priest and Gunther. The next match I want to cover here is this one. The WWE Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I sat in the crowd the night Sami Zayn won the Intercontinental Championship, and I can tell you there was a lot of shocked faces, but there was a lot of people, at least in my section, who went, brother, you know, like, Sami Zayn, don't get me wrong, I love Sami Zayn. When Sami Zayn was in the Bloodline, doing his dances, calling people Usi, that shit was funny. I love Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn being the Intercontinental Champion does nothing for me. And I'm glad they're doing something with him. I'm glad they gave him a title. I mean, honestly, he deserves it. I'm not saying he deserves to be world champion, but he deserves something for putting into work for the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, he's been going ham for the last 10 years. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. But at the same time, when he came back at the Royal Rumble at number 30, everybody was expecting like Brock Lesnar or just anybody in general. Somebody big in general. And when it was Sami Zayn, the entire crowd, again, went, So, like, Sami Zayn beat Chad Gable to earn the shot at Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, won the title, and I feel like it should have been Chad Gable, but I'm glad it wasn't because at the same time, now we got healed Chad Gable, which is something Chad Gable desperately needed because Alpha Academy fucking sucks. And I'm glad that he's away from them and now with the Creed brothers. So Money in the Bank happens. They build Braun Breaker up for weeks. Braun Breaker's been whooping everybody's ass. He put Ricochet through a car window. He's spearing Ilya Dragunov. He's spearing security. He's spearing everybody he can get his fucking hands on just to make him lose. Just to make him lose to Sami Zayn at Money in the Bank. And I get it, it might have been too early for Braun Breaker. And tonight is a bigger show. It's fucking SummerSlam. It's a bigger event. So I definitely feel like this is the time to strike. This is the time to give Braun Breaker that Intercontinental Championship and let him go on a tear. Let him just destroy everybody who gets in his way. Hell, let him break Gunther's record. Let him break Gunther's record. I don't care. Let Braun Breaker go absolutely wild as the Intercontinental Champion. And again, it comes down to it. Braun Breaker, he's explosive. He's fast. He's young. He doesn't need a championship right away. He's only been on the main roster for a few months. But look at every time he's on, look at how he moves. Look how explosive Braun Breaker is. If anything tonight, again, we talked about LA Knight. Where does LA Knight go if he loses? Where does Braun Breaker go if he loses again? Clean again to Sami Zayn. After weeks, months of beating everybody the hell up, where does Braun Breaker go if Braun Breaker loses tonight? Does he go straight to the WWE Championship picture? Does he go to the World Heavyweight Championship picture? Does he go over to SmackDown and challenge for the United States Championship? Where does Braun Breaker go if Braun Breaker loses the WWE Intercontinental Championship match tonight again to Sami Zayn? Because there seems to be a reoccurring problem with one Triple H where he doesn't want to strike while the iron's hot. And again, you got to strike, otherwise the iron's going to go cold. And when that iron goes ice cold, what happens? Those guys get released. Those guys get relegated to NXT, back down to NXT. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that for Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has got, like, it's in his blood. Literally, his uncle is one of, like, the most talked about controversial superstars of all time, Scott fucking Steiner. Bro, his father is Rick Steiner. Like, they are one of the most decorated tag teams of all time. The Steiner brothers were the fucking goats of tag team wrestling back in the day. WWF, WCW. Hell, they were even in ECW for a cup of coffee. Like, the Steiner brothers back in the day were unstoppable. They're like Braun Breaker is now. They're young. They're hungry. You know what I mean? Like, and I see that with Braun. I see that Braun wants it. Braun wants to be a champion. Braun wants to make this work. You know, Braun Breaker, he already talks like his damn uncle. He already barks like his damn father. He's already got it. He's got it. He's already a two-time NXT champion. Two-time NXT champion? Pretty sure he's a two-time NXT champion. I could be wrong on that. But tonight, he needs to be a one-time Intercontinental champion. Tonight, Braun Breaker needs to beat Sami Zayn. Braun Breaker needs to beat Sami Zayn tonight. If he does not, I don't know what they have in store for him, and I don't want to know because they've made us wait this goddamn long for LA Knight, and I still don't know if they're going to strike while the iron's still semi-hot. Sami Zayn does not need this win tonight. Sami Zayn does not need to beat Braun Breaker again. What Sami Zayn needs is his ass whooped. Braun Breaker, after snapping, Braun Breaker wasn't in the King of the Ring. Braun Breaker wasn't in Money in the Bank. He snapped. He started whooping everybody's ass to get what he wanted. If Braun Breaker loses here tonight, I don't know how many more weeks I could take of him just running around the ring and spearing people. It's getting, you know what I mean? It's getting repetitive, and it's starting to get to that point where it's like, okay, you know, is this all he can do is run around the ring and spear people? Is this all he can do? Because, like, we need to see more. But you know what he can do. You guys know what Braun Breaker can do. You guys know what Sami Zayn can do. There's no reason this match tonight shouldn't be a fucking banger, and there's no reason tonight that Sami Zayn should leave as Intercontinental Champion. Tonight, my prediction, the badass, the future, meaner than evil Braun Breaker winning the WWE Intercontinental Championship. All right, next match I want to talk about here, and this is one I know everybody's waiting for because I know I am. Oh, again, you got to see my hands because the graphic doesn't fit. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, special guest referee Seth freaking Rollins. Oh my God. This is going to be CM Punk's first televised singles match in WWE since January of 2014. This is going to be CM Punk's second match back since his return at Survivor Series. If you don't count his match with Dom at Madison Square Garden. I don't count that. It wasn't televised. If WWE doesn't count untelevised matches, neither will I. This is CM Punk's first televised singles match back in over 10 years. I remember in 2021, he went somewhere, wrestled in a couple bingo halls or something like that. I don't know. He was a champion down there. I don't know. That was a weird point. He choked out Luke Perry's son. I don't know what that was about. But, yeah, so now he's back in the big leagues where he belongs. And he's got a huge match here against Drew McIntyre. And, of course, the wild card in all of this is that little freak in the back right there, Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins don't like Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins don't like CM Punk. Seth Rollins is the special guest referee for this match. And, I mean, my prediction, of course, is going to be CM Punk. This is Punk's first televised match in WWE in over 10 years. There's no way in hell CM Punk loses tonight. There's no way in hell CM Punk loses to Drew McIntyre here tonight. But again, with Seth Rollins being a special guest referee, okay, so here's my thing. Punk's a big fan of Bret Hart. And I know Seth Rollins is too. I know Seth Rollins is a fan of Shawn Michaels. I think they're going to do the spot. Maybe not. Hopefully they don't do it exactly 100% to the T of how they did it in 1997. But I think they're going to do the spot where McIntyre spits on, or Punk spits on Seth, and Seth swings the chair and hits McIntyre, costs McIntyre the match. And then maybe we'll get Seth Rollins and McIntyre in Hell in a Cell. I don't know. But my prediction for this match is CM Punk winning the match, thanks to Seth freaking Rollins, of course, your special guest referee. But I want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to happen in that match? This is going to be pure chaos. It's under Rollins' rules. So Rollins can call the countouts. Rollins can call the disqualifications. Rollins can do whatever the hell he wants in this match. I want to hear from y'all. What are your predictions for this one? What are your predictions for CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre here at SummerSlam? How many more matches we got to cover? 2 more matches. But let me know. Talk to me. Come on, talk to me. I want to hear your thoughts. Michael, I know you're here. Let me hear you. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this match? You got Braun Breaker winning the championship, his first main roster title. So do I. But right now, I want to hear y'all's prediction for this. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Again, my prediction is CM Punk after McIntyre gets quote-unquote screwed over again. Let's see here. The next match we're going to discuss, the WWE Women's World Championship. I almost knocked over my tripod. The WWE Women's World Championship on the line when Liv Morgan defends against Rhea Ripley in a custody of Dominic Mysterio ladder match. I wish. That would have been sick. Almost 20 years later, that would have been sick. But my prediction for this match, and it's one I've made known, and it's one everybody's made known. Dominic is turning on Rhea Ripley tonight. Dominic Mysterio is finally going to turn on Rhea Ripley, and that's how we're going to get Rhea Ripley to turn face and leave the Judgment Day. I think Dominic Mysterio is going to screw over Rhea Ripley, join Liv Morgan, and I think Liv Morgan is going to leave here tonight as the WWE Women's World Champion. Crazier things have happened. You know, crazier things have happened in WWE. They made Dom and Rhea this, this main story. This is bigger than Gunther versus Damian Priest. On a scale of, like, the magnitude of this match, this is Rhea coming back from an injury caused by Liv, who was out by an injury caused by Rhea. Liv Morgan wants revenge. She wants to take everything from Rhea Ripley. She's already took her world championship. She's trying to take her man. And after burning all that shit, I think it's a ploy. I think it's a ploy for Dominic Mysterio to turn on Rhea Ripley tonight, join Liv Morgan, and either Liv's going to join the Judgment Day or Rhea's going to leave the Judgment Day. But either way, I think tonight at SummerSlam, Liv Morgan leaves as the WWE Women's World Champion. Now, I'll be real with y'all. I'm not a fan of Liv Morgan at all. I got a nickname for her. I call her Mid Morgan. Not a fan of her at all. No way, shape, or form have I ever been a fan of Liv Morgan. God damn, that's karma. But tonight, I think she's going to pull it off. I think she's going to pull off the win, and that's going to be because Dirty D, as Lena Vega calls him, is going to cost Rhea Ripley the match. But I'm excited because I think this is going to be a pretty decent match. Now, Liv Morgan, when I seen her 2 years ago in Philly, when she challenged Ronda Rousey for the title, or when Ronda Rousey challenged her for the title, versus this Liv Morgan are two completely different people. That Liv Morgan sucked. Money in the Bank 2022, Liv Morgan beating Ronda Rousey 3 times in a row sucked. I absolutely hated that rivalry, and I hated the whole Queen of Extreme thing they tried doing with Liv Morgan. That absolutely ruined Liv Morgan for me because all she was doing was hitting people with kendo sticks and hitting senton bombs off the top off of high stuff, which is, you know, great. That's fucking fantastic. But that was just bad. That was bad writing. Whoever wrote that should feel ashamed. You should feel bad. You know exactly who you are, Vinnie Mac. Not the wrestler, Vince McMahon. You know what you did. Actually, you know what? You can put that on Triple H because Triple H was kind of in charge then. You can put that on Triple H. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a good match. I think Rhea's going to show up and show out and look good like she always does. And I think Liv Morgan's going to look good like she always does. Just not wrestling-wise, if you catch my drift. But my prediction is Dominic Mysterio turns on Rhea Ripley, joins Liv Morgan, and Dominic leaves with the Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. So now we've covered almost all the matches, and we got one more match to cover. And they changed it last night to what the match is going to be. The stipulation has changed. No longer is it a one-on-one match for the undisputed WWE World Championship or undisputed Universal Championship, whatever the hell it's called. It is a bloodline rules match. Cody Rhodes versus the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. This one, listen, I wasn't really excited for this match up until last night. I was like, okay, you know, this could be the moment where they make Solo a star. Like, Solo has looked good the last number of weeks. Coming out in those suits that are 3 sizes too big for him ain't doing him no favors. But Solo has looked like a fucking menace the last couple of weeks, and this is what he needs. Solo being the silent enforcer of the bloodline worked when Roman Reigns was there. It doesn't work when Roman Reigns is not there, and WWE knows that. And they have made Solo this monster, this huge threat to Cody Rhodes and his world championship run. Now, Cody Rhodes won the championship at WrestleMania. I believe now his championship reign clocks in at 141 days, something like that. 140 some days. I'm not very good at math. I didn't graduate high school. But this match has potential to be one of the best matches of all time. Bloodline rules. Look what happened the last time we had a Bloodline rules match. We got John Cena, The Rock, almost Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker. So many people came out. Jimmy, Jay, Cody's mom. All these fucking people came out. And it was awesome. So are we going to see the same thing tonight? Are we going to see the return of the OG Tribal Chief? Are we going to see the return of Jimmy Uso? Or are we going to see the return of The Rock? That's what I'm leaning for. I hope we get the return of The Rock, the final boss of the bloodline. Because I want The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. I want Rock and Cody in Toronto, I think it's in Toronto, Vancouver, for Survivor Series, where The Rock made his debut at Survivor Series. One more time for the WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. So I'm going to change my prediction, actually. My prediction originally was that Solo Sikoa was going to win the WWE Championship. But because I just said what I just said, my prediction changes. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win here tonight. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win with the help of some unexpected guests. Maybe some uninvited guests. Because, you know, Jacob Fatu is going to be out there. You know, Tama Tonga is going to be out there. You know, Tonga Loa is going to be out there. Maybe we get the return of Paul Heyman. Maybe Paul Heyman jumps off the top rope and splashes Solo Sikoa. Maybe Paul Heyman jumps off the top rope and splashes fucking Jacob Fatu through the table like Jacob Fatu did to him. But my prediction is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes retains the WWE Championship. But I want to hear y'all's predictions. I want to hear y'all's predictions for this one because I'm excited. I wasn't, like I said, I really wasn't excited for this match up until last night. But the second they announced that it was going to be Bloodline rules, which means anything goes anywhere, these guys can beat the piss out of each other all over the place. I am hyped. I am hyped for it. Like last night, my boy Jacob Fatu, the man who high-fived me when I was dressed up as Santa Claus at the battlefield, won a championship in the WWE. I'm so happy for my fucking guy Jacob Fatu. I'm so happy for him. Again, it came at the expense of DIY, so I'm a little upset about that. But this right here, by next year, very well could be Jacob Fatu in Solo Sikoa's spot. It could be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu for the WWE Championship. Hell, it could be Solo versus Jacob Fatu for the WWE Championship. But my prediction, as it stands, Cody Rhodes retains here tonight. Bloodline rules with the help of the OG Bloodline, Jimmy, Jay, and of course, the one, the only Tribal Chief. Actually, I gotta put my finger there so you guys can see it. Roman Reigns. So let me hear it. Let me hear what you guys think, because I want to know. I want to know what you guys think about this match, what you guys think about it being Bloodline rules, and what you guys think about Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa, because I am hyped for it. I am ready for it, and I think it is going to burn the motherfucking house down in Cleveland. Bloodline rules. Man, I am hyped. Cody Rhodes promo last night calling Jacob Fatu a big dumb son of a bitch. That got me. That got me. Like, Cody, that's the best promo Cody has cut since he won the championship. He said a couple weeks ago he's not facing the head of the table. He's facing a seat filler. That was good. But last night, the promo he cut saying that he's not facing – he already beat the Tribal Chief. He's not facing the Tribal Chief at SummerSlam. He's just facing a wannabe. That got me hyped because I know these two are going to beat the dog shit out of each other. And I'm excited for it. So Bloodline rules, your main event of SummerSlam. And I believe that is everything. And it didn't take us 3 hours. It didn't even take us 1 hour. So if you guys are excited for SummerSlam tonight, get in the comments and give me an oh, hell yeah, because I know I'm excited. So I hope you guys are ready. I know I'm ready. I already got my shirt. I'm ready to go. Make sure you guys get the merch, and you guys can be just like my boy Michael Turo. You guys can be rocking the Wrestling All Day Podcast hats. But for the Wrestling All Day Podcast, I'm your boy Matty Smackdown, and this has been the SummerSlam previews and predictions. And again, before I go, if anybody else wants to get a couple last-minute predictions in, drop them now because I'm out of here. I got to get lunch. Your boy's hungry. Your boy wants his chicken wings, my buffalo chicken wings. I'm waiting for them. I can smell them. I can smell them. They're cooking. I am ready. I am ready. I'm cooking just like WWE's cooking. WWE's cooking up a hell of a storm tonight at SummerSlam, and it all goes down in Cleveland with a 3-hour kickoff show. So, if you guys are ready for SummerSlam, I'm ready for SummerSlam. Let's throw up those ones and acknowledge our Tribal Chief because Roman Reigns is coming back tonight to whoop that ass on that ramen noodle motherfucker Solo Sikoa. I'm excited for it, and I know you guys are as well. But for the Wrestling All Day Podcast, I'm your boy Matty Smackdown. And as always, I'll catch you guys for the next one. Let's play some outro music. I'm out. Peace, guys.